Welcome to the Writer's Life, the place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life and where you get the truth. Truth, right? I'm not really good at spelling. Anyway, there's a difference between spelling and writing. That's why I'm not an English teacher. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one unbelievably exciting video. So the CPI, Consumer Price Index, numbers came out today, and they're dismal. It's 8%, and that's what they're trying to tell you. It's 8%. It's probably more like over 10, 12%. And just to add insult to injury, Uncle Joe says, "Oh, it's because of sanctions that we have all this inflation and high gas prices." Whoa. We're not that stupid, Joe. These are February's numbers. And January's numbers were no better. And neither were December's. And neither were November's. And there was no war back then. So anyway, but it got me to thinking. Me, as a self-employed freelance writer, who doesn't need to drive around a lot, and who lives fairly simply, like I wonder if being a full-time freelance writer is actually one of the most recession-proof occupations you can have, because I got to thinking about the poor person who lives 15 miles away from their job or 20 miles away, who has to drive every day, and now is spending $100 to $200 a week putting gas in their car, and maybe the job only pays like $17.50 an hour or something like that, and they have 3 kids who need stuff and food and all that stuff, and they have a mortgage, and and they're looking at college down the road and all that, like that. Those people are just getting slammed. Most people in the United States barely have enough money to take care of a $500 emergency. I think it's something like 30% of Americans have maybe $6,000 in the bank at most. And that's probably doing pretty well. So like when our politicians, who aren't affected at all by inflation because they're so wealthy and so rich and, and getting richer off from the special interests. So I guess in that sense, their occupation is, inflation-free as well. They just come out and say the stupidest fucking things. Excuse my French. Like, oh yeah, the inflation is caused by the war. Because that's what I'm telling you, and you gotta believe it. Don't believe it. Anyway, it's just gaslighting. It's just stupid, and it's insulting. And then both sides do it. So, right now it's Uncle Joe, and who knows who it'll be in the future, and who knows who it's been in the past. So, both sides do it. So the fact that I don't have to, drive anywhere, the fact that I work right here from my desk, that's big. That's huge. I don't have to go out to lunch. I'm not, all the stuff that goes with, it costs money to have a job. And in the end, you take home a check and you're like, this isn't enough. This isn't enough to cover all my costs. And you can be filled with despair. So my heart goes out to those people who are don't have any assets in the bank that act as a hedge against this high inflation. If you can try, even start putting $10 away a week and then invest it. Invest it in. This is not financial advice. I do not give financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But what I do is I put most of my money into cryptos, which is right now a really good hedge against inflation, even though it's a bear market. All right, guys, I hope this finds you well. Otherwise, it's a beautiful, sunny, pre-spring day, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.